morning. Good afternoon, everybody. What's happening? I'm late. Thank you, Kelly. Okay, let me say good afternoon. I'm in Iowa. Went from Maine here to Iowa. So Sterling Wheel channel members first in the house. Gary Bates, Robin, I'll make you uncomfortable. Tyke Truckin. He's saying hi to everybody. And I put the link up there. Kelly Patterson says, afternoon, beautiful. Good afternoon, everybody. Truckin' Review says, good afternoon. Thank you for coming in. Reno update. Okay, so let me get settled. No. There's water in there. Hang on. Let me adjust myself. So I'm in Iowa. On my way. I like ponytail holes. Okay, so I'm on my way to Reno, Nevada. I'm kind of under a time crunch, so I've been running late nights. And I've stopped today to take my sleeper berth. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And I would like to, I just kind of want to give some attention to, to Wheelburner situation, because he did announce he had some pretty serious eye surgery. And he's down for 10 more weeks. And I know his family's pitching in and stuff, but if anybody could be so gracious and kind today to I wanted to edit that, to throw up some money that we can send to Wheelburner. If you send it to my Cash App, because they're in Canada, I can send it to them through PayPal. And any donations received today to my Cash App there, which is on the screen scrolling right there, I will post the total and I will send it directly to them. Let me fix this banner real quick. So that's kind of what I had in mind today. I can't stay on, I can't do a marathon or anything like that. But I feel like, I've raised money for charity with Wheelburner before. And they are some of the greatest and most generous people in the industry here and from Canada. And he's given a lot to the trucking community over the years. And so he was on my heart. And I will at least give this an attempt to try to reach out to everybody and ask if you can send a couple dollars so that we can try to help them financially get through the next 10 weeks a little bit. Donations for Wheelburner. Okay. Save and show. Okay, they're now scrolling across the bottom. Jeremy Griggs, what's happening? Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Austin Lloyd says, Brian's keeping an eye on you. Let's hope it heals itself. Yes, and Wheelburner has a PayPal. There you go. Thank you. Sterling put this up on the screen. That's Wheelburner's PayPal. If you don't want to send it to me, please send it to Wheelburner. If you don't have PayPal, you can send it to me. I hope you know at this point, I'm an honest person and I'll be happy to show the results and everything and have him verify it and all of that. but I am going to ask because you know darn well that Wheelburner would never ask, right? So on behalf of my friend, I am asking for financial donations to make it a little bit easier over there for the next 10 weeks. I know that's a long stretch, and I think we can all relate and know that if we had to go 10 weeks, it would probably hit us pretty hard too. So there's my plea. Gary Bates, thank you for coming in and the love. Jimmy Greer says he tried to get Narc fired. It's karma. Youch. You know, I know that people get in disagreements or whatnot, but that's I wouldn't wish what's happening to him on anybody. And Robin is in the house. What's up, Robin?
Hey, Sean.
How are you?
Yeah, getting by.
Okay, how are the wounds?
They're not too bad.
Okay. Woo.
They're healing.
What's that stuff you put on there? They put it on cow udders. What's that stuff called?
I don't even know what those are called.
I don't know if you guys have that in Canada, but it's some amazing salve that you can. But I mean, I think you're trying to have that scar, right?
Yeah, it's not coming off. Like a tattoo, you can remove. This is not coming off.
Okay, yeah, because this stuff I think helps heal the scarring.
Right.
Kelly says, check your phone, Shannon. Okay, Jeremy says he wished Narc would lose everything. Okay. Sorry, Jeremy. I don't know about that drama. You know me, Jeremy. I try to stay out of that stuff. Look, I got a Maine shirt for Maine. It's got a moose on it.
Did you have your lobster?
I did not have my lobster. Oh. So let me explain this. I got up there and I delivered my load first thing in the morning, and I was like, oh man, it's too early for lobster. So I just happened to give my my broker a call to see what was good on the loads, you know. And he says, I got one picking up in New Hampshire, and it's going because I want to get back to Colorado to grab another one of those loads because it pays well. And so I'm like, yeah, I said, eventually I got to get back out to Colorado. Well, he goes, I got one picking up in New Hampshire, but you got to pick it up this afternoon. And it's a 270-mile deadhead, right? So I was at no choice but to haul butt down there so I could get down there by the afternoon to pick up that load that day. So I had to throw the idea of getting the lobster right out the window. Look who's joining us. It's the Snorlord.
Hey, do you guys want to see some cool cars?
Always. Yeah.
Check it out. You guys see that all right?
See, I knew you had a lot of cars. You just didn't tell us. Jeff always tells me that Snorlord is really rich. So here it is. Here's proof.
Is the black one a track only?
Well, I got that out. No, I don't know.
So Snorlord's at the car show.
Wow.
No, it's something our church does once a month.
Where's yours at?
Where's the donation plate at?
That's probably in the church already.
Wow. Oh, wow. Really?
Surprise car show, y'all. RGB is in the house, channel member. Carnivore Trucker, channel member.
I'm here.
Oh, I like that one.
You know, so I remember when my sister, she had
that's
Holy
mine
sleeper right there.
How about a vet?
Holy.
That's what my daughter wanted for graduation.
My
Was it want in one hand, spit in the other?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wax on.
There you go. I figured I would show those off. I saw that you were live, and I saw that you put a link out there. So I've got one more to show you.
Okay.
Wheel Dodge. It's a work in progress. He's done a lot of work to it. But anyways,
Whose
so
is that?
the guy that runs this deal for the church, that's
Oh,
his pickup. So
okay.
but
Well,
anyway,
you're all dressed up for church. Look
no,
at Snorlax all cleaned up.
I'm in a black t-shirt and black shorts.
But your hair's all nice and your beard's all nice today.
Yeah, I combed it.
How was service?
It was good. It was good.
Good.
The website or the YouTube channel, I'll upload it to the YouTube channel, the service. So, and also we'll upload the cars too. So,
Okay.
anyway,
What kind of church? Like Presbyterian?
huh?
What kind of church?
It's a Foursquare denomination. Yeah. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go. Have a good day, Shannon. Be safe.
Thank you. Talk to you soon. Well, that was a treat. That was a treat. So, hang on. I got to check my phone because Kelly said he sent something to the Wheelburner. Let's see. Because we want to be transparent here.
Not too transparent. We still want to see you.
Oh, wait. What's it called? Cash App. I hardly ever open it. Okay, Kelly Patterson sent a gift of $25 for the Wheelburner family. Anybody care to match? Care to match? Care to match? Care to raise it?
Okay,
What's
what
going
if I
on,
could?
Robin? How are you today?
Yeah, just trying to figure out what our next adventure is going to be.
So, yeah. Do you got anything in the works or?
Yeah, but it's like 3 weeks, maybe a month before we can get into that kitchen.
So, do you want to tell us what it is or you don't want to say nothing yet until it happens?
I don't know. I had 3 options, but one fell through. This other one seems promising, but I don't know. I don't know if we can wait that long. That's the thing.
Okay, so then what's plan B? Well, in case you have to wait. Do you have a plan B?
Oh, I had a plan C and a plan F and a plan H.
Good man. It's always good
Nothing's
to have extra
nothing's
plans.
happening yet, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. Patience
Now,
is a virtue.
are all these like restaurant opportunities, or are you talking about that hotel thing?
Well, this is another hotel, the one that I'm talking about now.
Okay.
We wanted the one in Rapid City because it's only a 15-minute drive from the farm. But the next
Yeah,
place
that's
is
right.
a 35-minute drive away at Sandy Lake. And then they also have accommodations upstairs. So we could stay there for like 3 days and then come home for a couple days, look after the animals. But
That would be convenient.
yeah,
You'll be working your arse off anyway.
well, yeah. And with the snow and stuff, traveling isn't going to be so great.
Right.
That's a shitty highway if we got to go to Sandy Lake. It's one of the
Okay,
worst fucking
so
highways in the wintertime.
Wouldn't that hurt business as well?
It's all Ukrainians. So that'd be good for us because, the wife's the pierogi lady, doing petishka and pierogies, cabbage rolls, all that jazz. I think we could have a real good go at it if we got into Sandy Lake. And the people in Sandy Lake are more supportive to small businesses. Like the town that we're just like 10 minutes away from, they don't support small business at all. Everyone keeps to themselves. It's really shameful, actually.
Well, so what about the road though? If the road gets bad to get there, wouldn't that hurt business in bad weather or slow it down?
I couldn't really see it hurting business. Like most of the business we're gonna have is probably between 11 and 7 o'clock at night, and then it pretty much dies off, even during bad weather. But the town that we're gonna be going to, if we do take the one in Sandy Lake, population is only like 500 people.
Okay.
But the thing is, there's nothing to eat there. Nothing. There's no restaurants. There's nothing. Like, say if you're a contractor or something, you go up there, say you forget to pack a lunch, you're screwed. There's nothing for you to eat.
Yeah, that could be a good business opportunity there. TJ Bull, the Woods is in the house saying top of the morning. It's top of the afternoon, TJ. TJ, I'm accepting donations for the Wheelburner family. If you're interested, you can cash at me, or if you would like to send it directly to Wheelburner, if you do want to send something, Sterling put his PayPal address up in the app. You can send it directly to him. So that's what I've proposed today in the chat.
So what happened with Wheelburner?
He had so he had the eye surgery, and then he was driving his truck and his retina detached.
Oh, okay. My uncle had the same thing happen to him.
And so he had to get rushed to the hospital and rushed into surgery, and they did a great bunch of work. They found out it was torn several times, and so it got nasty, but he was in Ohio where they have one of the best eye surgery places happenstantially, and they fixed him up. And his company made arrangements for him to get home, and now like he literally can't strain to poop. He can't do anything. Like he has to stay upright. And so he's going to be down for at least 10 weeks. And
my
so
buddy's dad had that LASIK done, and then he went hunting the week after. The first shot out of the shotgun detached his fucking retina.
Yeah, so that's a similar situation. So that's what's going on. And so Wheelburner's down for another 10 weeks. And
wow, 10
he's
weeks.
he's gonna be going bananas being bored at home and having to stay so still and stuff. But
he'll have time to make a studio now.
So yeah, hopefully. I mean, he can't, he's got to behave though. He's got to not do too much. But yeah, so I just thought I'd throw the offer out there that if anybody wants to donate to help him out a little bit, that maybe we could get some funds together here today, and we'll shoot it over.
Donate, but I'm strapped. We're living dollar by dollar right now.
Yeah, you gotta wait. You gotta wait for something to open up, right?
Yeah,
I understand, and I know it's times are tough for everybody right now, but
I want to keep cooking. I really enjoyed cooking. Like I never would have thought going from what I did before, like being an inspector and then doing fireplaces and construction and stuff, and then going to cooking. Like I did a total 180.
Yeah, but you know what? I really feel like you can be successful at whatever you put your energy to. Like you're one of those people.
Yeah. And I'm so picky with my food. Like if I won't eat it, I won't serve it to somebody. Like there's, I think 2 occasions where I cooked something for somebody and I was like, I just looked at it. I was like, no, I can make this better. And I'm like, sorry, it's going to take another like 7 minutes. I screwed up your order. I didn't like the way it looked, but I want to make it look good for you guys.
Well, it's a lot of fun doing that, especially if you enjoy it. But you can do, you get to talk to people, you get to meet people, you get to cook, you get to, just kind of do a little bit of all kinds of stuff, so it's never boring.
Where we were located, we had people from like Germany, Hawaii, like all over the world, Switzerland, Poland, all like it's so crazy how so many people come to this one spot. And like the people from Hawaii, I'm like, you're from Hawaii. Why here? Of all the places you come, you're from Hawaii. You come here. And they're like, I'm like, why do you come here? It's because people like you. She points right at me. Because of people like you. That's why we come here.
That's
It's
cool.
so diverse.
So how did Sandra enjoy it?
Yeah, she liked it. It was fun. It's
I mean, I know you're
stressful and stuff when you're by yourself. Like
Yeah.
my nerves when I'm by myself at the restaurant, like I'm literally shaking like this. Just not having her there, like ugh. I could still get food and stuff out. It's nice having somebody there with you. Oh fuck, I'm shaking now just thinking about it.
You guys are a great team, so I can understand that. And I
And we
bet
don't need to talk to each other. That's the thing. I love working with somebody and then you just know what needs to be done and it gets done.
yeah. And Sandra's a cooking machine too, right? So was
Oh
she
yeah.
cooking as much as you?
She's making petishka right now with sauerkraut inside. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a dough pierogi.
Okay.
I don't touch sauerkraut. I can smell it
I
from
wish you
here.
guys were closer so I could swing by and eat some, because it always sounds so good.
Oh, I get to make all this good food and I never get to eat it.
I'd be listening to everything that you're talking about her making, and I'm like, oh gosh, I wish she could send me like a box of stuff. Like,
Oh,
it just sounds good. I'm a foodie, like, so it doesn't like I am dieting all the time, but God, I love
nothing better than
cooking.
a handmade pierogi. Seriously.
Yeah,
They're
I've
so
never
good.
had anything like that, so that's why I'm like, oh, I love to try new stuff. So TJ says he will look into his slush fund and get back to us. Thank you, TJ. I'm just giving, I'm putting it out there because it's a 10-week period is painful on anybody, right? Right, Robin? So, and Wheelburner really has, of course, given a lot to the trucking community, and he's been putting it out there for years, and it's been a great support. And so I just trying to put an effort out there to give back to him a little bit. Kelly Patterson sent $25 already, and if anybody wants to match that, dig deep. I know some people aren't here yet. Probably because of, if I don't go live on Sunday morning, people, get busy and give up on me because sometimes I'm not consistent, but it's because of days like this when I have to drive. So, I got a haul, but like I'm maxing out my clock. I'm switching my sleep schedule. Like, it's a big, long trip. Think about it, from New Hampshire to Reno, Nevada. If you look at that on the map, that's like it's like 2,900 miles by Monday. And I'm not going to make it by Monday. I have a window, thank God, because after I calculated it all, and then I'm on recaps, so I haven't had full shifts to run, so that set me back. And then I got stuck in traffic in Massachusetts for 2.5 hours, so that set me back. And so I'm pushing it, man. It looks like it's going to be Tuesday. So it's been like that, and that's why you guys kind of haven't seen heads or tails of me. But this morning I was driving like crazy, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna still do live, but it's gonna be when I get done. So I'm finally done.
Have you ever been up through Canada, Shannon?
What's that?
You ever been up through Canada?
I've been to Toronto one time when I was a little girl. And that was it. I have seen Canada from Detroit, from the riverbank, looking across the river. From up in a big fancy restaurant, you could see across, up in the sky. I was looking across the river, and that's my Canada experience. Other than being friends with all y'all up there.
Well, your drive you got to do is like driving through Ontario. Go from Quebec to Manitoba. It's like almost like a 2-day drive.
Yeah, I'm going. I mean, this is like typically 2,900 miles is, you would calculate it as like.
Yeah, that's about right.
A 5-day trip. Oof. And that would be if I had a full 11 hours to drive, but I don't. Like I'm getting back hours from the days last week without going into a crazy discussion about how recaps work. But so I'm only getting back X amount of hours every day, and I'm trying to maximize how, as much as I can drive in those hours and still make it on time. But because they gave me a window, worst case scenario, I'll have to deliver it the next morning. That's the worst case scenario, but I think I'm going to be okay to make it there Tuesday. That's the plan. Alfalfa is in the house saying, "Hey y'all from Des Moines, Iowa. It's in the 90s here." I'm there, Alfalfa. I'm in let's see where exactly I am right now, Alfalfa. Alfalfa, you're coming in late. We are taking donations for the Wheelburner family. If you're interested, you can send them to my Cash App, or you can send them directly to Wheelburner through PayPal. Above in the chat, Sterling put his PayPal address in the chat. Let me Google. I'm in Newton, Iowa, and I swear I just went past Des Moines. So I'm around, Alfalfa. Super Lady is in the house saying hello, everyone. Hope all is well. All is well, Super Lady. How are you? I love it when ladies come in here because we need more ladies in here. You know what I'm saying? Sandra doesn't come and visit me anymore. Did I do something to upset her?
No, she just doesn't like YouTube.
Oh, I can understand that. C. Los is in the house. Try Iowa's best burger. It's a few exits after Iowa 80, and they have truck parking. I just ate there yesterday. C. Los, I'm way past that. I passed Iowa 80 this morning. Gary Bates says the Newton loves. Okay, I'm at the rest stop. With the big windmill thing sticking up in the air out of the ground. They made it into a statue. It's like a big piece of the windmill. Gary Bates says racetrack there. Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah, I might have passed that. I think I just passed the Loves not too long ago, but I'm trying to get as close as I can. So I'm literally like down to my last 7 minutes. I'm getting to the next place I can park at that rate. So I'm pushing it, man. And Dee Dee's been a good sport. We've been, every time I've stopped, I've taken her for a walk. I wish she would be more camera friendly. I got to catch her by surprise because she's looking out the window right now.
It's funny when you try and like film animals, they know you're filming them. Like my bird, as soon as I start putting my phone up to him, he shuts up. And then he won't even look at you.
Yeah.
I don't know,
so
do cameras or something maybe put off a sound?
Yeah. I always want to hold her and so you guys can look at her because look how beautiful she's getting, right? She's getting so big. And she's so gorgeous. And so I'm like, I wish I could just sit here and like hold her so you guys can kind of see her while we're talking and stuff. But she's
6 months old or 8 months old?
She's about 11 now.
11. Okay.
Yeah. I got to calculate exactly, but I think she's around 10 or 11 months old now. She's almost a year. She's had her first heat just last month. But
And
yeah.
she's not going to get any bigger now, eh?
I don't think so. It doesn't seem
No.
like, remember what I told you guys, like, oh my God, she's growing so fast, right? She has seemed to stop. And she is the runt of the litter. One of them, there were twins, but I know she might look kind of big, but she's kind of little. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think she's size.
Yeah, that's a healer style.
Yeah, but they usually get just a quarter taller than what she is. She seems to be like, a little bit tiny to me. But she's gorgeous, man. The older she gets, the more beautiful she is.
Every time I go into a farm site and I see one of those dogs, I call the customer and be like, "Come get your dog."
Yeah,
they're pretty vicious and protective.
She's very protective over me. She's very attentive to everything that I'm doing, and watches every move I make.
Yeah, they're good cattle dogs. Like they'll
totally
take a cow for a run, even a bull for a run. They're crazy dogs.
If I try to run with her on the leash, like she'll start herding me. And when I go home, she herds the babies, all the little babies we got running around. And then we have several dogs at home too, and she'll herd them too. And it's crazy, but it's interesting to me because she's so instinctual still, even though I raised her in the truck. My name is Nobody is in the house saying hello, everybody. What is happening? This is a late trucker cafe today. Sorry, guys, but this girl is a working. I am going back across the country. I went from Denver, Colorado to Maine, and then that was one trip all the way across and up to the top, and then drove down to New Hampshire, got a load there that's going all the way to Reno. So that's what I'm doing. It is just, I'm hauling butt like crazy, but they're both good loads. So, you gotta get the money. And so that's going to get me back over near Colorado. I'm going to have to get from Reno to Colorado. That's going to be a challenge by Thursday so that I can pick up my Colorado load and then do it all over again. But I'm staying working, and that's what's important. We're keeping the wheels turning. So I want to talk a second about my EPU, right? I've been using this, and now I am in Iowa, and yes, it is very, very sunny and beautiful and hot outside. And this thing has been great. Like, I don't think that I'm going to need to buy an additional air conditioner or supplemental air conditioner. This seems to be doing just fine because it's been where I've been at. It's been hot the last 2 days, and this thing works great. And I did do the different test where this has very insulated curtains, right? So I shut the curtains and kept this on back here. And I didn't even realize it. I was nice and cool in the bunk like all night. And I was like, okay, this is really nice. So I don't think I'll need anything else. Man, I opened up the curtain to see what it was like in the front of the cab. It was hot as hell up there. And I was able to stay that nice and cool back here. That's how great these curtains are, but that's how you make it work. So now that I've got it figured out, like, I'm satisfied. It is a new unit. I don't know if you remember that, Robin, but it wasn't working, and we were suffering when I was down south and all of that stuff.
I know. Yeah,
so
your poor doggy.
They put in a whole brand new unit. Gary Bates says, I have parked at the Iowa's Best Burger. Man, you guys are making me hungry for a burger now.
It's funny, I have all the restaurant equipment here at the farm now, so I can cook like I was cooking at the restaurant.
Why don't you just open up like a roadside deal, put a ship
It's not as easy as that here in Canada. We got so many food restrictions and stuff. Like,
really?
daycare's was it 5 daycare centers got infected with salmonella poisoning, and there's 3 kids in critical condition, and there's like 375 cases of it because of this business that wasn't practicing under health food standards.
Oh,
So we
wow.
have some wicked health food standards.
Wow.
Like say you go to New York City, like the hot dog vendors and stuff on the street, we can't do that here.
You can't?
No.
You can't do like a food truck or something like that?
Food truck's different. It's licensed under a different thing though.
Oh,
And I don't know how they get
that's
away
what
with
you
these
and
food
Sandra
trucks.
need.
Because
Look,
you
if
need
I
to have
ever win
running
Sabbath-
water and you need to have sewer. That's the
Well-
2 main things. And I don't know how these food trucks get away with this.
There must be a special clause for them.
Yeah, and I don't understand. They must be paying a lot of money to be listed under that. And I don't know where they make their money. The food trucks I tried in our area where we had our restaurant, they're all frozen burger patties from like Superstore, Giant Tiger. Like, and the guy was a Red Seal chef, a professional chef, and he's serving frozen patties from like a Walmart. Like, really? It takes us 10 minutes to make a fucking fresh burger in the morning.
Oh, I know. We did it at the bar too. Like it doesn't take long at all. And here we go.
And you can tell the difference, like 100%.
Sterling just put up Wheelburners PayPal address. If you have PayPal, you can send it directly to Wheelburner, or you can send it to my Cash App if you don't have PayPal. That's how I'm gonna roll this thing out.
Yeah, we can't do Cash App in Canada. And what's that other thing? Telegram? Do you know what Telegram is?
Is it a social media?
Yeah, I think so. Like you can text each other and it's like secured or something. We don't get Telegram up here in Canada.
Yeah, I talked to Wheelburner a while back about why didn't he get a Cash App, right? And he explained to me that you guys can't get one up there. So that's why I'm offering mine up. So
yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that we can't get up here, which is weird.
CeeLo says, I'm from New York. People have always said dirty water boiled hot dogs.
Wiener water soup. That's what I had for a special at the restaurant. I had a sign that said special wiener water soup.
I remember that. That was funny.
I had 6 people order it. It was so funny.
That's did you serve it to them?
No, I had to explain to them that it was a joke. And they're like, oh, I remember growing up with that as a kid.
How funny. So I was going to talk about recapping. So because I'm recapping. I was going to talk about recapping because I have not done recapping since I got out of school. And so I have been, in order to recap, you have to work every single day, right? No breaks. So for the last 2 weeks, that's what I've been doing. As long as you drive some every day, then your clock will give you hours back from the same day the previous week. That's what I've been doing. And because I'm trying to see if I can be more profitable in a recapping situation versus, my every Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday when I take my 34-hour break, right? I do that every weekend. So I'm trying this out, and it's also good to stretch and remember that because it's been so long since I've done it. And I seriously am a clock ninja with split breaking and all that stuff, but this is something I haven't done in a long, long time. So that's why I'm recapping, and I'm seeing if I can pull more revenue on an average per day over like a period of time with just working every single day. And I can't go on like this because I've told everybody that my Sabbath day is important to me, and it's the day that I stop and do laundry and center myself and settle down and get clean and clean the truck and all that. It's like an important just settle down day for me. But with all that running that I did from Colorado all the way across the country and all that, like, I just got extra motivated, and I'm like, you know, I'm going to go get it while it, like, and so when I was just about to, I was going to stop and do the lobster thing and then just take the day off, but you can't throw money in my face, and I can't say no. Like, that's my problem. I will keep working. So
You'll
that's how
get that lobster one day.
I know. So I'm like, maybe I can just have them send it to Amazon. And it really sucks because I apparently the locals told me, like, I went to Bar Harbor. If you look where Bar Harbor is, like, it's on an island out in the ocean. I couldn't have asked for a better spot to get some fresh freaking Maine lobster. And I had to give it up. So this is the thing. We can try again, folks, because it was a beautiful drive up there. I don't know what everybody gripes about. I will do it again while the weather's nice, because it was fun. I enjoyed it, and it was very peaceful. So I'm like, okay, when I get back to Colorado, maybe I can grab the same route again, right? And then I'll have a second chance to get some lobster. So, because I really want some. I want the experience of actually being in Maine and eating the lobster prepared for me in Maine by local people. Like, that's what I'm after.
And apparently the locals in Maine are super friendly. Like, they're Canadian friendly. Like, if you get down to the harbor and just talk to somebody on a lobster boat, you could probably get across to that island. And there's a famous restaurant on that island too, known for lobster. Can't remember the name.
Okay, I will tell you this. When I got into Bar Harbor, everywhere you looked, there was lobster food places. Everywhere. There was lobsters on every sign. Lobster here, lobster there. Like, I could have picked any place. And I just couldn't stop because I was going to the delivery. And as soon as I called my broker, man, something great came up. So I took that thing, man. But that meant I had to go. Because when you get over there to the island, like, it's about 35 miles an hour all the way over there, because it's a tourist place, right? So it's nice and easy going over there. So I had to get started right out, because I had to go nice and easy back until I could get to the highway and then haul ass from there. So there went my lobster, but I'm like, all right, I think I still got one more chance to go up there before it gets crappy out, I just think. So maybe I can grab it. We'll see how this week goes. That'll be interesting. But I'm going to Reno, and I'm hoping that maybe, let me put this back up here. I'm hoping that maybe I can see Sterling and Red Lady. So that's another thing that might work out. If they're available, if our timing works out and all of that. Like, I would like to try to do a live with Sterling live. That would be fun.
That would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and I want him to feed me some food. Not feed me, but give me some of his food that he cooks in that thing that he cooks on all the time.
The smoker?
Yeah, I want some of that tri-tip stuff that they eat all the time. Like, I'm like, give me some of that. Or, something like that.
You gotta try a baked or apple pie that's been put in a smoker.
Yeah, Sterling, what up with that? What? I wonder if he would do that. I would get excited just watching him cook something like that.
Yeah, Sterling's cooking channel.
Robert says, what is the Sabbath? You get SDA saying it's Saturn's day, and the church it's Sunday. If you set one day aside for the Lord of Sabbath, Yeshua, then that's your Sabbath. Yes, but from my understanding, the Bible says on the seventh day God rested, and that is what the Sabbath is celebrated on the seventh day, which is Saturday.
Some Bibles it's Monday.
Well,
I don't know what religion though, but my buddy went to a church and they went to church on Mondays.
people do interpret it differently, and that's okay. In my world, in
Sunday.
my research, it is definitely Saturday, and Sunday is the first day of the week. And so the rest day would be Friday evening through Saturday evening. And that's what I try to make happen in my life, because to my understanding and my research, it is that period of time from evening to evening. And so
Makes sense though, too.
the 10 commandments say, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. That's the commandment. However, in the Hebrew, way back in the day, and in a Bible verse, I can't recall what the actual verse is, but it says that they were not to work on the Sabbath. They were just supposed to eat and party, right? And spend time together and relax. No work is to be done. I think that was the Mosaic law that said that. But you know, I do what I can to try to honor it at least, you know? And I mean, let's face it, you guys, I work my tail off. If God rested on the seventh day, then dang it, maybe it's a good thing to do so, you know, for yourself. You know, so Dan Rumble is in the house. I think he's having some coffee. He says, you know that the number 7 is in Arabic, Sabbath. I did not know that. Fun fact from Dan Rumble. Gary Bates says, I made all the calendars. Well then, Gary, maybe you can answer that question. Jerome Jones, channel member, is finally at the party this afternoon. He said, sorry he's late. Some of us work on Sunday. Yeah, I work today too, Jerome, and that's why we're late. So no demerits today because the host is late first. Sterling Wheel says, Shannon, you're getting tri-tip, no carbs. Hey, if I could have some tri-tips, I'll give myself a carb pass. You know, and we'll just have a cheat day, man. Tyke Truckin says, the Lord of the Sabbath removed the Sabbath. Removed?
I have the definition of Sabbath right here.
You want to read it?
A day of religious observance. And I don't know what the fuck that word is. Sorry, I don't spell well. Day of work kept by Jewish people on Friday evening to Saturday evening, and most Christians on Sunday. We observe the Sabbath as a God's command. And there's another part to this. It's also a day a supposed annual midnight meeting of witches with the devil. Yeah.
I did not know that part. There's another fun fact.
I didn't know that one either. That was interesting.
Sterling Wheel says, all I care about is Black Sabbath. So, yeah, that's my thing. You know, don't judge me. And that's between me and the Lord.
You can't judge religion. I don't care what you believe of. Just don't shove it down my face, like, you know, down my throat.
And I don't. You know, I love people where they're at, and I ask you to return the favor, right?
Yeah.
This is how I love the Lord, and I have a very great relationship with Him, and I choose to live that way. And if anybody hates me for that, then I'm sorry, but you know, there's no hatred in my world for you. So hopefully you can just love me as I am. And you know, yeah. So that's been my evidence and my experience in life, and my happiness and my peace and my joy. And it's okay that that's my choice for life. And anybody can, and I just ask that you don't call me religious, because I'm not religious.
I think parents should start, like, whether the parents go to church or not, like, they've made their decision, but they should put their kids in like what do you call that when you put your kids in church? Used to get like stuff for it. It's like
Vacation Bible School. There's Vacation
yeah, but
Bible
it's
School,
every
Catholics
week
do
you go to it.
catechism or something like that.
Oh, catechism. Yeah, the wife went through catechism. Whoa.
Yeah,
That's
stuff
why
like
she's so messed up.
I am not, just while we're
Ukrainian
on the
catechism.
subject, I don't want to turn this into a religious debate, but I used to be very religious, like religion, like apostolic religion, which is a branch of Pentecostal religion. And
Like almost like Mennonite.
you might think that.
Sorry, I'm not.
I'm being for real. Like you could almost, I mean, there's a lot of things that are similar. Okay. But I used to live that life. And until I got to a point in my relationship with God that I feel like my eyes were opened.
Yeah, I totally understand.
And now my relationship with God transcends religion. Like it's not like to me. So now I can see it with spiritual eyes differently. And I realize that it is an organizational structure. And I'm not hating on the religious. I call it religiousness because to me that's a better word to describe it. Because sometimes people need that to grow in their walk with Christ. And right. And I needed it
You got to
to
grow
learn.
with God too.
Right, but so
Yeah,
it's like school. You go and you learn as you go, and then so it was good for me. I grew. I learned how to understand the Bible. I learned how to read the Bible and things like that. Right, so church was good for me, and I love church. But when I started to begin to see the difference between church and religiousness or religion, and then spirituality, like the reality
the
of
real core
God and
value
human.
of it. Yes, I understand.
So I began to understand that they're very different things. And so religiousness became a stumbling block for me. And so I needed to remove that because it became like people were very judgmental. And people will be. There's always somebody in the church that's that person.
Yeah. Well, it's
But
like any business. Imagine working in an office. There's always that one person.
right. So and that's okay. People are at different places in their journey. So, but the religion as a whole, I can't sign on to something and choose to stand for something if I don't understand it. Or understand what I'm standing for, right? So there were things that I found in
The
our religion
interpretations.
that were conflicting with the word. And if something's conflicting with the word, in my mind, that's not biblical. So I don't want anything to do with that. So I decided to take off the religiousness, which is a man-made institution. And I want to leave that alone because I don't want to be labeled as a Baptist, a Presbyterian, a Catholic, or whatever. Because, that's a flavor. I don't choose to sign on to what flavor I am. And so I just kind of decided that that's not the real walk. The real walk is the real walk. And it has nothing to do with that religious stuff. Right? It has to do with your heart. So I like to keep stuff real and straightforward. And so that's how I roll. And hold on. We got some good. This got everybody fired up. Okay. So Rig Pig is in the house. Rig Pig, thank you for coming in, channel member. He says, and let us not forget on the 8th day, God created rock and roll. Jeremy Grigg says, you date? I drive, Jeremy, baby. I drive. Tug Truckin says the Black Sabbath and Black Mass. Sterling, you're on the highway to hell. He was laughing. That's a joke, Sterling. Sterling says, Robert, report to the Iron Maiden. My name is nobody, says disregard last. Did I miss it? Oh, he said, if your ox is in the die. I don't know. Okay, so we'll just disregard it because I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Dan Rumble says, when Shannon and I met, she was wearing only long sleeves and skirts. Yes. And right, I was in a turtleneck. Dan has known me forever, so he knew me so there's no makeup, no cutting hair, turtlenecks, fully covered body parts, right? And I was always in a skirt. I never even put on a pair of pants. And so
Where do you even buy a turtleneck now? Or is it that old?
Oh no, I ordered them. I still love them. I still love them. Especially now that I'm getting older, right? Because this neck is getting older. But I was always like, right, covered up. And I still have that tendency because it's part of me. Like I'm not how much you probably heard me gripe on here about showing body parts, women doing that on TV, on YouTube. So it's just not my thing, right? But I love, when it comes fall, I love to wear turtlenecks underneath my t-shirts. I love to just be like fully clothed with multiple shirts. Robert says, read your Bible. Church taught you nothing. Right. Thank you, Robert. Point. Let me put this up on the screen. Oh, I did. Yeah, that's my point, folks. That's my
friend's mom, every time I come into their house, she's always singing Bible hymns. Like she's just singing away.
Oh, it keeps you cheerful, right?
Yeah, she's always super friendly.
Church,
and it's funny, that house, you don't knock on the door, you don't ring the doorbell, you just walk in. I love going to that house. You just walk in. They get mad if you ring the doorbell or knock on the door because they have to stand up and walk to the door.
Yeah, my parents are that way. We just bust in the door, it's
yeah,
fine.
just walk in.
I'll tell you what I did learn in church, Robert. I learned how to be a lady. I learned how to be modest. I learned how to carry myself as a virtuous woman. I learned how to be a faithful and loving, godly wife and woman. These are things that I wasn't necessarily raised with. And I learned how to take care of my husband and be loyal and faithful to my husband and serve my husband. And don't get crazy. That meant being a good wife. So when I say serve, I mean a wife has a role in a marriage. And so I learned how to do that role. And I learned how to be a good mom. And so that was what like I said, church did teach me a lot, especially in my walk. It taught me, I learned how to pray. I learned how to get closer in prayer. And I learned a lot about families, because a lot of families, became friends with us and asked us to hang out with them. And we made some beautiful friendships. And
you find that you pray differently now?
No, when I say learn how to pray, I mean actually like when I grew up, because I got on the church bus, like we learned to say this and pray that, right? It's because you're teaching a child how to pray. Mm-hmm. Like, now I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord, right? Those kinds of things.
Yes.
I learned how to actually get real and that I could talk to God, like just talk to him.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So it has changed for you, prayer. Like it's changed for me.
I'm sorry. I didn't catch the question entirely. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, now my prayers involve tears and and so much like passion and emotion, and
Yeah.
I really pray for other people a lot, like with a genuine
Fuck, you're
heart.
making me want to cry right now.
And
But
so
yeah, prayer is different, eh? Like it has changed for you. I can see it.
yeah, and it's so real, you know, and it's so not religiousness.
Yeah.
So it's so real in my life. And so I spend a lot of time praying for other people,
I
and
got fucking goosebumps just
and
talking about this. Eh?
I feel very blessed that I take those concerns to the Lord to ask for help for my friends, right? And
Yeah.
so, you know, people can believe it or not, it's your thing. Don't judge me. I'm
Yeah.
not judging you. I love you. I pray for you. Don't be judging me. That's my thing. That's what I do. So, and I do it because I love you. If you got
And
something going
you
on, I will
carry
take it
that
to
weight.
the Lord.
You carry that weight.
I will, because I love you.
Yes.
Sterling says Shannon is married to her truck. No further discussion is needed. I am very married to my truck and my business now. My name is Nobody. I agree religion is man-made.
No,
Robert
it's
says,
been tarnished. It's just been tarnished. It's like some old silver that needs to be refined.
okay, let me give my analogy. It's like this could get me in trouble. It's like, and I'm not saying every religion, and I'm not saying every church. I'm not saying that. But we're all grown people, and we know that as the world has grown corrupt, corruption has leaked its way into some houses of God and into the institutions of religion, and has created businesses and so forth in and of all of that. You get me, right? So we all know, I don't got to say nothing to trash anything or anybody, but you know, for me, I need to stay strong, so I need to stay far away from that, so I don't get caught up in anything that's going to trip me up. You know, I'm still a baby. I'm still trying to grow. I'm still trying to protect myself. Robert says Yahweh's promise to Abraham is the message of the Bible. The inheritance? Question mark? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there, Robert. Dan says, don't scoff, folks. It was a turn on. Dan did love me the way I was, as natural as all get out. Like he did. Robert says, pray this way, our Father who art in heaven, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Where do you pray to go to heaven? I don't pray to go to heaven, if that's what you're saying. I don't know. I pray for love and protection and comfort for my friends, and financial, prosperity.
I
I
find
don't try
myself
to pray
praying
for
for
money.
more people than praying for myself. I just want to be healthy and happy, you know?
Yeah. You know, we all do. You know, we all want to be happy and healthy and have peace, right? It's hard to have peace these days. You know, there's a lot going on in the world. And hang on, everybody. Just hang on. It's going to get better. We just got to ride out this storm. That's
Yeah,
all. Just
that's
hang on tight. We got each other. We'll take care of each other.
it.
Send some money to Wheelburner. Let's bless this family. Send some dollars. Send $2. If you got $2 to send $2. Maybe we can send them a
If we could still have pennies
bill.
here in Canada, I don't even have 2 pennies.
Maybe we could send them a $100 bill. That's not too much to ask, is it? I'm gonna put some in
$100
with
bill in Canada? That's like $1,000.
huh?
$100 bill in Canada? That's like $1,000.
Hear that, guys? So a little from us will be a lot for them. How cool is that? That's called multiplying the blessings, right? Good point, Robin. Thank you. What is $1 worth in Canada?
A US dollar, I think it's like, here, I'll look it up right now.
I could have done that. I just thought you knew already.
Canada, US dollar.
One Canadian dollar.
Okay, so it's worth 74 cents more.
Wait, so does that mean 74 cents of our money is worth $1 in Canada?
No, a Canadian dollar would be in
74
US.
cents American.
No, a US dollar would be $1.74 in Canada.
Do you guys hear that? That's almost double.
Yeah,
So-
I know.
Kelly Patterson,
Here, let me just recheck that.
he put in $25. What is that actually going to be to the Wheelburner family? That should be like $30 or 30.
$35. If it was $100, it would be $35 extra.
No, it's 25. How much does 25? $25. How
No,
much does that
100
turn into?
USD in Canadian would be $135 here.
$25, Robin. Put it in there.
I'm looking at it right now.
I need to know how much $25 is.
Oh, $25. Okay.
Yeah.
25
Oh, you guys,
American
up.
to Canadian dollars.
25
So it'd be $33.90.
90 cents.
$33.90.
$33.90, you
So-
guys. Drop a 20. Drop
Drop
a
it
20
to what?
bucks. $33.90. That's like $34. We could come up with $100
He'd
bill.
be a
like-
millionaire.
Scott Rolla is in the house. Hey, Scott, thanks for coming in.
my goodness.
Appreciate you. Everybody that's in here, please hit the like really fast. I don't know why people don't hit the like. Robin, don't you? Every time you go into a show, you hit the like.
Yeah, I always do.
Yeah, so do I. I would think that would be easy. But
Yeah,
like
I do it right off the hop before I even start watching.
on my last live, I asked like 3 times and like it said I had like 3 likes. And there was like 22 people in there. I was like, I asked them
How
guys
does
3
this
times
happen?
to
Yeah.
hit the like. So please hit the like, guys. I don't know what it does, but I like it. It makes me feel, feeds my ego, I guess.
I tell people to unsubscribe my channel when I have new subscribers. I was like, do you mind like unsubscribing?
No, I want everyone to subscribe so I can say,
No, I like to keep it raw the way I have everything. I don't want this to change. I don't want to start getting like in that algorithm.
no, I remember when you guys, you just had black screen. That drove
Yeah.
me crazy. I'm so glad to see your faces now. Like, thank you for allowing that because
See,
that-
that's the thing. I'm breaking out of my bubble. I hate people. I don't go into stores.
Robin,
I sit in the car. I don't
you
go
can
anywhere.
talk your crap all you want, okay? But you are still a big old softie. So
Yeah.
I'm not buying your little story. Just so you know. I don't pick up what you're
Since
laying
the
down when you
restaurant
try to
stuff,
act all
like,
tough.
YouTube started it. YouTube started it. Me starting to show my face and break out of my bubble. I used to be such an introvert. Like, you got to see this guy from.
I watched you change, Robin, and especially when you guys had the business going, you were just like a ball of freaking sunshine. Like it was just your whole demeanor was changed because you were working, you guys were making money, you were liking it, you had people in your life, like
Yeah.
you just turned into a butterfly, and I mean that in a masculine way.
Yeah, I totally
It's great.
understand. I love butterflies. Every time I see one, I talk to them. And it's so funny. People who sit there like, what are you talking to? And I'm like, this butterfly.
I
And
think they
it's just like,
understand.
what? Like,
I
what's
think
wrong
they
with you?
understand, and we're the dumb ones that are like, oh, they don't talk, they don't understand. I'm sure Dee Dee understands me. Like, I'm sure. At least dogs. God, at least. I don't know about bugs, but at least dogs. Robert is giving us a lashing right now. He says, you pray for our Father's kingdom to come to earth, then create it, you thick idiots. Shannon is on the ball, spreading love and charity, the kingdom. Well, he just whooped our ASSs and then gave me a high five at the same time. Thank you, Robert. I love you. Robert is so spicy, and that's what I love about him. Dan Rumble says 13th like. Oh, thank you for the see now. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. Now, if I can all get you to just send like $5 or $25 to my Cash App or to Wheelburners PayPal, right here is the address on the screen, because it turns into like a whole lot of money on their end because they're in Canada. That would be great. Okay. And where is Wheelburner? I expected at least Dar. Like, Dar's always present. She's not here today.
No, they're not here.
That's weird to me because
But
they're always.
anyways, I gotta go make some pierogies and probably cabbage rolls.
Let me ask you this. Is it possible to FedEx some pierogies to the U.S. in a reasonable amount of time? Where in a way
Yeah, I
that
can get a hold of dry ice. Obviously, I can get a hold of dry ice.
Yeah. So, oh God, Robin, would you stop? Would you just stop that? I don't know what's going on up there, but don't burn your skin anymore.
No one's ever done it before.
Well, now you did it. Now it's done. Now it's permanent. Like, no more.
This could be a thing.
No, because when I started getting tattoos, it became like that, right? I got that same thing in my head, and I was starting to get addicted to it because it's weird, but I kind of liked the pain of it all and all that. Weird. I'm not trying to be freaky deaky, but it was a thing, right? And people do. They get addicted to starting to get tattoos.
Yeah.
And so I understand what you're saying because it's that same thing. But like before I got a full-on leg, bold, full color tattoo, I had to stop myself. So you did the damn thing. Just we saw it all on YouTube. It's documented. That's enough. I don't want you to burn your skin no more.
I'm gonna do one more.
Oh God, no. See there, no. Just.
I already have it cut out.
Just no. No, that's too big. No
Too
more.
big? Oh, come on.
Robin, it's not good for your skin cells, okay? Got Rolla says, well, dag nabbit, I spread sarcasm and bad decisions. That's okay. So, I mean, sometimes so do I. I mean, no one's perfect here. You know, without no yin, there's no yang. Okay? So it's okay. No one, trust me, I am the last person to be perfect. And I just try to be a better version of myself every day. And I give it more energy now than I ever have been able to in my life because I have the privacy and the solitude to do so. And so, you know, that's my daily grind. And while I'm out here trying to achieve gigantic things in my life. Gary Bates says, tattoo your butthole sphincter.
Oh.
Hey, Gary, you first. How's that? How's that? You first, Gary. See how that.
I wouldn't even wax my butthole.
What man is bold enough to do that? Does anybody know a man that has done that? Holy crap. Can you imagine?
My buddy, he had his thingy pierced with a barbell inside. So the barbell was like right there at the, oh no, it came out the head of his thingy. And he had to have a catheter put in because he had to have it surgically removed because it was getting infected. So he had to have a catheter for like 14 days. Yeah. So yeah, don't pierce your nether regions or tattoo
Don't
your nether
tattoo your
regions.
butthole. Okay, that's today's message.
Yeah.
Don't tattoo your butthole. Okay, there's
And
there's
don't
three
pierce
places.
things you're not supposed to pierce.
There's four places. You made me think of a fourth. There's 4 places that carry the most bacteria on your body. Okay, we're talking like E. coli. Okay, number 1 is your butthole. Sorry to say butthole, but that's what it is. So Gary was trying to be proper, saying sphincter. He said butthole sphincter. Okay, don't. Okay, that area is holds and carries. Even if you bidet or whatever, it still has the most E. coli there is. Okay. The second place is your fingernails. You're under your fingernails. Okay. So don't be chewing your nasty fingernails because they're nasty even if you just washed them. Okay. The other place that carries the most bacteria is your tongue. So you might be a French kisser. Just think about that. And the last place, what's the last place? Probably your nether regions. Just saying. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's number 4. But lots of bacteria in those areas, and that's why they smell when they're dirty, because it's bacteria. Okay, live bacteria stinks. So if you're smelling something, anything, it's because of the bacteria. That's what you smell. When you drive past the cow pastures, you smell the bacteria from their feces, and that's why it hits you in the face. Like, it's bacteria. So don't ever touch certain things and then touch other certain things. Okay. Just saying. There's my mom. That's my mom's speed for
roast
you
me
guys
out
today.
completely after having kitchen. Like, holy God.
Robert says Leviticus 19:28. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourself. I am the Lord. That is the verse that I gave to my daughters when they got their tattoos. Yes, I did. And I can't be a hypocrite because I have tattoos. I have tattoos. But
Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good.
So, right? So that verse right there, is controversial. People say doesn't have anything to do with tattoos, and then some people do. I tend to believe that. I'm pretty sure that means something about tattoos because it says tattoo. So, but I have I've asked forgiveness and I'm not getting any more because I didn't know any better, right? You're a kid, or
My interpretation was that makes you a slave. You're a
some
marked
people say
person.
that, like, because slaves were tattooed, they won't get tattooed because that's a slave thing, right? Scott says it is always a great day when I have people to agitate. That's okay, Scott. You know what, Scott? I dig people like that. So you're welcome to come on and agitate. I love fiery, passionate. That's why I love Wheelburner, and most of the guys in here are just like on fire. Like, I love it. They're sassy, they're cocky, they're passionate, they're angry. They're like, I love people like that. It's so beautiful and colorful. It doesn't make me mad. Like, I think it's great. I'm like, whoa! I get excited because it's like, it's fired up, right? I love stuff that's fired up. My name is Nobody says, have a good one. Okay, my name is Nobody. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Dan,
Speaking of fired up, I'm fired up. I'm gonna go make some delicious food for other people that I can't eat.
Okay, well, think about some magical way that we can put something together where I can get some of them sent to my house. Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk to my dry ice guy and see what it costs to get a couple bricks.
I'll
Yeah.
pay for it, but I just want you to figure out the way to do it, right? And if you
Yeah.
guys are willing to do
No,
that.
we've done it before. We've
Okay.
shipped to like Alberta and BC
Okay, well,
overnight.
I
So,
need some idea of what it's going to cost, right? So, and because if it's like $900, I won't do it. I'll just drive up there and get some.
yeah, pretty much.
But thanks
All
for
right.
coming on, Robin. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
no problem. We'll figure something out.
Okay, I'll
Love
talk
you,
to you
Shannon.
soon. Bye. Love you too. Bye-bye. All right, a special visit from I'll Make You Uncomfortable. He does have a YouTube channel. It's kind of on the wild side, so if you like something a little different, go check him out. Dan Rumble says tattoos were canceled when full sleeves no longer precluded you away from your corporate desk jobs. Since everybody's grandma has one, I express my individuality by not having any. That's so you, Dan. I totally can hear you saying that. Vanessa Smithy is in the house. Says, good afternoon. What I missed? Vanessa, I'm trying to raise funds for Wheelburner and his family. Due to his recent eye emergencies, had emergency eye surgery, and he can't work in the truck. He can't work. He can't do anything for the next 10 weeks. So I put a request to the friends out here to now, and they live in Canada, so if you can bless them with like $25, it becomes like $33 of their money. So it doesn't have to be much. I'm just trying to put like, $100 together or something, put some money together. You can cash at me, or you can here's his PayPal. Sterling posted his PayPal here. You can send it directly to his family at PayPal at Wheelburner Express. Yeah, so I've asked for, if anybody would send a little something so that we can bless them with dollars to help them out for the next 10 weeks. Oh, I missed something. Scott. Scott says hands because of all the things you touch. Yeah, hands are nasty. Your steering wheel, right? Tolga is in the house, channel member, saying hi there, folks. Robert says bacteria are our good buddies. Bacterial waste is just that stuff. Yeah. Bacteria makes the world go round. Bacteria makes life happen. Okay. It's important. But I don't care if you just took a shower. Don't be digging in your butt because it still has it. Like, and touching. No. Don't. Just don't. And we got on that subject because of tattoos. You don't want to have a tattoo down there, because if you got a tattoo down there, it's going to get infected. And I can't imagine the pain that an infection of the, you know what I'm saying? Tolga has got big words. Tolga's got big words. Okay. Tolga, when are you going to come in here and join me? Tolga says Saccharomyces cerevisiae is my favorite yeast bacteria. What's your guys's? Tolga says it's the yeast we can make beer or wine, mate. Oh, okay. Jeremy Griggs says you're beautiful. Thank you, Jeremy. You're beautiful. Thank you for saying that. I don't ever let that stuff go to my head. I genuinely appreciate it, because I don't care what kind of girl you are. Like, every girl loves to hear a compliment, especially about if someone thinks that they're beautiful. And most of all, I hope that you think I'm beautiful in my heart. That's the way I want to be beautiful. Like Charles says, you wouldn't eat your best pals. I wish I had a beep button. And you wouldn't eat bacterial waste when it started decomposing something. No, I wouldn't. Who would? No one would. Poop eaters? No. Robin says, I thought you were talking about the infection one. Yeah, we were talking about the tattoo on the butthole and then getting an infection. And then I spouted off about like the worst places that that have bacteria. I meant to get to the point, like, don't get tattoos in those places because they carry the most bacteria and they're obviously going to get the nastiest infections like immediately. So if you put something, a piercing in your weenus area, of course it's going to get infected. Belly buttons get infected. These tongue things get infected. Like, stop. Why? Because there's a lot of bacteria in there. I'm not telling you nothing you guys don't know. Robert says, but tongue gymnastics is absolutely safe, my dear. I don't know. It seems kind of gross to me now. I used to love to French kiss, right? Like, who doesn't? But the more this is terrible about me. The more I study medical stuff, because I'm studying like all of this cellular biology and I'm studying all of this health stuff, and the more I learn about how the body works, I think, oh my God, what would it be like to French kiss somebody now? Like, it seems kind of weird. But I think, French kissing is something that happens in the moment, right? So you don't think about all that stuff. I'm being a nerd right now. I get all sciencey and stuff like that. A lot of stuff is gross to me now that I know a lot more things about anatomy and physiology and biology. I should probably stop. I should probably stop it. Toga's laughing. Dan says grammar and punctuation is hard. So, yeah. So, I got my APU kicking. Hope you can't hear it, but I'm very comfortable in here. It's very hot outside. What else? Let me review my week with you guys. Let's catch up. So, I told you I was busy all week. It took me 7 days to go from Denver to Maine. It's going to take me 5 days to get from New Hampshire to Reno. 6 days. It's actually going to take me 6 days. So I'm like slingshotting back and forth cross country. I always think of like something I have to tell you. We talked about my recap situation. Give me a second. Let me think. It had something to do with Sterling. Maybe it was, I was going to tell Sterling that I hope we can hang out. I know you have to work, Sterling. Do you want to come in, Sterling? Should I post a link? Again. It would be easier if I could just talk to you. Trucking with Old Snappers in the house, saying hello, awesomeness. Hello, awesomeness yourself. Trucking with Old Snapper. How are you today? He's saying hi to everybody. Thank you for coming in. This is a late one, Snapper, if I may call you that. We're a little late this afternoon because Shannon had to work third shift last night, and I was driving this morning, so I could not have coffee with you. Dan says, science degree guy here. Stop studying and believing in science. It's corrupt and is meant to make us disbelievers in creation. I think the germs part is probably sort of right, though. Would you agree, Dan? He says, especially astronomy. Dan, you guys don't know Dan, he's my friend, but he's like a super astrophysiologist. What is it? Astrophysicist. I'm saying it dumb. But yeah, he's an astronomy guru in college, or was in college for that. And so he knows a lot about astronomy and science. I love saying science. I think science has its place in this world, obviously. Does it sometimes conflict with creation? Yeah. Does it also help us understand it also? Yeah. Does it help us understand medicine and biology and all that? Yeah. Toga says, I'll be listening in the background for a while. I'm still fixing stuff here. Okay, Toga. One of these days you better come in here and so we can hang out and you can come on, click the link and come in. Trucking with Old Snapper says, well, I drink all day, so we're all good. Okay. Robert, thank you, Old Snapper. Today's reach out is for the Wheelburner family. I'm asking everybody to try to send a couple dollars either to my Cash App or to Wheelburners. If you have PayPal, send it to their family straight at PayPal. Let me put up the thing. I gotta find it again. Sterling put, here it is. If you have PayPal, please send a couple dollars to Wheelburner to help him out. He would never ask you for this. He does not know that I'm asking you. If he's watching, he's probably going to punch me in the face later, but he's going to be off for 10 weeks and any of us would need, help would be appreciated. So I'm asking for him because he doesn't know, and I'm sure they can use a few extra dollars. Every little bit helps. And if we send American money, like Kelly Patterson sent $25, it's going to turn into $33, almost $34 for them when they receive it. So it's actually more, right? If you just give a little bit, it will turn into more for them and it'll be a bigger blessing. If you send it to my Cash App, I'm going to send it straight to them through the PayPal. If you have PayPal, there's the address right there. Okay? Send it directly to them. If you don't want to trust me or whatever, I'm trying to be transparent, but I'm also trying to dig up a couple bucks to bless this family because they got 10 weeks before they even know if he's going to be able to go back to work again. And if any of you can imagine what that's probably like in his head right now, I'm sure you could have a heart to send him a few bucks to help out. Scott says, hi, y'all. Oh, he said that earlier. I found my chat jumped. Oh, yeah, back to Robert. Robert has fun facts all the time. Robert says, the body is a biome. The science you're learning is probably bollocks. Robert is English, and he's in England, too, for those of you that don't know. And he's very smart. Trucking with Old Snapper says, I stick to trucking. The rest don't pay my bills. Gary Bates says, except when germ exposure is good for strengthening immunity. Agreed, Gary. Very good point. Trucking with Old Snapper says, drink coffee all day. I was almost going to ask if you meant like drinking alcohol or drinking coffee. So thank you for clarifying. I figured it was coffee. I really did. I didn't want to put that on you. Robert says, germ theory is just that, a theory. Astronomy, the earth is flat. He's laughing. Rig Pig says, Cash App. Okay. Drum roll. I don't know if you guys want me to announce it, but I'm going to be transparent. Okay, Rig Pig. Thank you, Rig Pig. Okay, we got $50, 50 American dollars so far, which you guys can Google the trans thing. So that's going to be like 68 bucks. So we're already up to 70 bucks Canadian. A little turns into a lot over there because we have American money, right? So please, if it's on your heart to help bless them, please send something. Okay. Trucking with Old Snapper says, my dad said, trust anything that bleeds for a week. I think you mean don't, right? I usually hear that saying, don't trust anything that bleeds for a week but doesn't die. Yeah, ha, ha, ha. Big Rick CEO is in the house. What is up, Big Rick CEO? Good afternoon, Shannon. Where are you at today? I'm in Iowa right now. I'm headed to Reno, Nevada. I'm from New Hampshire, Big Rick CEO. I'm slingshotting back. I just went from Denver to Maine on one load, multi-stop. And then I got the very next load, picking up that same day I dropped that one off, the last stop off, from New Hampshire to Reno. So I'm on my way back. I'm currently in Iowa. Newton, Iowa, to be exact. Trying to raise money for Wheelburner and his family. He's going to be down for 10 weeks. And that's going to hurt anybody, you know? Truck with the Old Snapper says, everyone just calls me Snapper if it's easy for you. Okay, I started to call you that, but I didn't know if that was disrespectful or not. I don't drink alcohol ever. Me neither. No, I can't say that. I do have a social drink once in a great while, but I'm trying to stay off sugar. I'm not perfect there either, but I'm pretty close. So alcohol is definitely something I don't try to touch. But man, sometimes I just want to have a cold beer on a hot day, right? I don't get drunk no more though. I don't do that. Like that's just not in my life. Alcohol, this is the thing about alcohol, you guys. It wasn't created to be abused. Okay? It's like a medicinal, social, it's a social thing. Gets you feeling a little relaxed and stuff, but you're supposed to stop. Our American culture has gluttonized it, I guess, if that makes sense, right? So people get butt wasted. Dan Rumble says science gives us definite answers, but they like us to use word science to lend credence to their stories. Astrophysicist doesn't employ the scientific method and is therefore a pseudoscience. Oh my God. I love those big words, Dan. Thank you. Big Rig CEO says, why is Wheelburner down? Okay, so it's on his channel. He made the announcement, so it's okay for me to say it. He had eye surgery. He had that LASIK surgery, and then he healed up pretty good, and then he went back to work in the truck, and then his retina detached from one of his eyes, and I think it was this eye. And while he was in the truck, so he made it safely to the truck stop, called 911. They rushed him into emergency surgery, and they had to do, it was torn and this and that. So they really did a lot of work to it. And he's going to be down for 10 more weeks. So the first time he was down, when he got the first surgery, I know that they had to use some of their savings money there. So now they've informed him that he literally can barely move for 10 weeks because he has to sit so still to let this thing heal up. And he did a public announcement video on his channel. So I'm just trying to tell you the information that's there. You can go watch it if you want. But he does not and has not requested me to ask for funds. This was my idea. He is my friend. He has contributed so much to this trucking community. And I'm asking if we can send them a love gift to maybe help them out. Okay, this is me asking you guys for him, because you know damn well that Wheelburner never would ask for help, never would do that. So he's down for 10 more weeks, and then they're going to let him know and check and see if he's going to get his sight back in his eye. He has sight in one eye, not the other one. It's covered with a patch right now, and they got like an oil bubble in there so that this thing can heal right. And he has to move very carefully because it can detach again like that. He has to be very gentle. He can't strain. He can't lift nothing. He can't barely do anything to move around too much. That's how sensitive the whole situation is. So I'm asking for my friend. I'm asking for a fellow trucker brother. It was my idea to try to raise a few dollars to send there over there. Our American dollars are worth more, so the blessing to them will be more than what we send over in American dollars. That's why I'm very still. Dan Ross says, it's professor are but preachers. It's interesting, Dan. Snapper says, you're brave. I never tell anyone where I'm at in a live. Trolls will set you up. They have a word for it, but I forget it. That's fine. Even if I say where I'm at, like nobody knows where I'm at. Like, I don't say like I did say right where I was at, but usually like I'll be out of here before anybody could get to me, and I'm safe. You know, I'm from Flint. I know how to, I'm street smart. What does that say? Big Rig CEO says work comp. Do you mean work comp? Workman's comp? I don't know what kind of benefits they have up there, but I'm not like trying to portray that they're broke and starving. That's not the case. Obviously, they have things set up. You know, they're grown. He's been doing this a long time, but I'm just trying to give a love gift. You know, something. I'm not asking for like thousands of dollars. I'm just asking for a couple bucks. Like if anybody can throw in a couple bucks, throw in a couple bucks for our guy. Dan says, my big words were typos. Whatever. He says, I'm schooled enough in astronomy to know that it doesn't make sense. There are no billions of years or trillions of miles, I believe. Yeah, I believe that too. I think that's a little hokey. Snapper's laughing at Dan's comment of my big words were typos. Scott Rolla with the $100 super chat. That will go to the Wheelburners. Unless that was for me. But no, I did say at the beginning of the thing that any donations taken today that are sent to the Cash App or Super Chat will be forwarded right to that PayPal address to the Wheelburners. Okay? Because I know some people don't have PayPal because it's a pain in the butt and they just have Cash App. So that's why I'm offering my Cash App. I'm totally transparent about it. Like, you can verify with Wheelburner. Like, I'm just trying to collect so I can send them a love gift and it will be from us. And thank you, Scott Rolla, for the $100 super chat. The reason I don't ask for the super chats, but it will be sent to him, because YouTube, I always say put my Cash App out there, because YouTube takes 30% of the Cash App. I mean, of the super chats, right? So just so you guys don't think I'm trying to be like greedy or whatever, like I put my Cash App up there because if you're gonna bless the channel, you can send me 100% of it there. If you send it through a super chat, they're gonna take their portion of it first, right? That's how it works on YouTube. But thank you, Scott. I'll make sure that Wheelburner gets a full $100 because I'll just make up the difference and we'll get a full 100 out of that. Okay. Is that fair? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Robert says ferment is old school food. Good for the gut. Oh yeah, fermented food. Robert, I've studied that, you know. Hang on, Jesus turned water into wine when they ran out. Are you telling me people weren't already drunk when they ran out? I don't know, Robert. And that doesn't matter. You're so funny. I'm not even going there, Robert. Dan Romo says, wow, very nice, Scott. Rolla Trucking with Old Snapper says, even when I post a video pre-recorded, the location on it isn't. I know. Some people are sketchy about it. I just haven't been really, you know. I don't put myself in danger. Truckers Education Network channel member is in the house. And he sent a cash app for the Wheelburner family. If you want me to keep it a secret, you better tell me when you send it. Because I'm trying to be transparent because I don't want you to think I'm trying to do this for my own benefit. It's not for me at all. It's for his family. And he would never ask you. He would never tell you that he needed. He would never, you know, Wheelburner. He would. Where's my thing? Oh, that's. Okay. Jeffrey Lake also sent $100 for the Wheelburners. Thank you. Thank you. For those of you that don't know about Truckers Education Network, if you want to learn the business about trucking right, Jeffrey Lake teaches on that channel. That's so hard to do. On that channel. And he is my mentor and he is also my business partner. And so you definitely want to pick up everything that Jeff is laying down. Okay. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm just telling you the truth. Scott says, last week was really good. Turned 3,500 miles. Great. Yeah. I feel like I'm having some good weeks here too, Scott. I really do. And that's why I'm just running like crazy. I'm also enjoying it because the weather's amazing and I'd never been to Maine before. So I just got to go to Maine and I missed out on the lobster, but we might be able to go back. If I can slingshot back and catch that same route again, Scott, we're going to do the lobster. Scott, where do you work? I'm not trying to get in your business, but I sort of am just because I'm curious. Like, what do you do? Do you do reefer? You know, tell us about Scott. 1 load, 7 drops. Yeah, so mine was 10 drops. 1 pickup, 10 drops. That's what got me to Maine. My first ones were in New York, upstate New York, then Vermont, then Maine. And so I ended up in Maine at Bar Harbor in Maine, which is like out there on the ocean. I totally gonna have the best lobster of my entire life. But when you dangle a load in front of me, baby, I got to go. Forget about fun. I'm out. Robert says Shannon was a power lifter. I was. Do you think she's scared of trolls? She'll kick your ass. I'm from Flint. Okay. You are gonna have a pretty hard time scaring me. Or fighting me for that matter. I'm not as strong as I once was, but I'm still strong. I'm not worried about it. I don't really have enemies like that, and I don't hurt nobody. And I serve a God that's bigger than all that, and He protects me every day. So I don't worry. I don't. Like, I'm a fearless little girl. Let me tell you. Snapper says, well, I was watching another trucker live one night when the cops pulled up, guns drawn. That's why I'm a paranoid, I guess. Oh, hey, if that happened to me, I would be paranoid too. Snapper, like, I feel you. Gasman, channel members in the house. Saying howdy, folks. Hi, Gasman. What is up? Thank you for joining. Trying to raise money for the Wheelburner family. My Cash App is there if you want to send something to the Cash App. If you don't know what happened to Wheelburner, like, he's had an emergency eye surgery. He's going to be out of work for 10 weeks. It's pretty serious and delicate situation. So I'm asking to gather a love gift of some monies to send to them. And I'm going to put up the PayPal address again for those of you that want to send it directly to the Wheelburners. I think Sterling went to sleep or got busy doing something, because he doesn't seem like he's in here no more. I have to find the link. Oh, I'll put it on the banner. Duh. Okay. Hold on. Let me find it, guys. Here it is. So that's the PayPal address. You can send it directly to Wheelburner. Let me get back to my chat. Thank you for those of you that have sent donations already. I appreciate you. We're up to $250. Thank you. I wonder if we can get more. 10 weeks is a long time to be out of work. Trucker with T-Bone is in the house. Snapper, I love you. Thank you for looking out for me. No, I appreciate it. I know all you guys look out for me. That's what I love about you. You guys are like the coolest group. You are the coolest subscribers on YouTube, right? Trucker and T-Bone's in the house saying good morning in the afternoon. Snapper says, I don't want the awesomeness interrupted. Thank you, Snapper. Don't worry. I'm safe. And I move fast. Scott says, Frey Miller, I pull reefer. Oh, okay. So do they must dispatch you, right? I work on the spot market, so that's why it's like, I'm like buck wild out here. Dan says, slurping coffee, watching your lives makes me feel comfortable. Thank you, Dan. Having you guys in here to watch the lives makes me feel like it's worth watching. I second guess myself a lot. Like, I'm like, do people really want to watch me talk about stuff? So thank you for your support. Thank you for your memberships. Thank you for your great comments. Thank you for all your super chats and all of it. Like, this makes my day. You're my family out here when I'm not at home with my family, right? You understand what I'm talking about when I talk about trucking. If I go home and I talk about trucking, everybody glazes over and they have no idea what anything I'm saying really means. So I feel alien at home. And do you guys ever feel like that? And so I love this forum because we can, and I like doing the live chats because we can interact and I have someone to talk to about my challenges and my journey out here. Snapper says, yo, 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 T-Bone, King of Alabama. Alabama. He says, by the way, T-Bone, did you notice Texas killed that tide? Oh, we got some smack talking going on. T-Bone says, no, I noticed the tide killed the tide. Smack talking. Gary Bates says, do you know that Cash Pawn guy? No. Rig Pig says, I heard Flint's H2O is the worst than Mexico's. Any truth about that? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, but I guess it's how you look at it. I have lead in my bones now for the rest of my life. So, however you want to say it. Dan Rumble says it takes a very bad neighborhood to make people from Flint think it's a bad neighborhood. You are not lying about that, brother. That's what saying I'm from Flint means. Like, oh, you think you could scare this girl? I'm not bragging, but every time I'm home, I hear a gunshot that's not very far away from the house. And I live on a better side of town. And honestly, I'm so desensitized to the thing. Like, the last time, I said this on the live too. I said I literally caught myself not reacting in any fear at all. It was like, they're starting to shoot early today. Like, genuinely, that was my reaction. And I was like, this is so messed up. But that's really what it is. Seriously, Dan. Robert says, reefer tomorrow for me, hanging beef to Belgium. Okay, cool. So, do you switch trailers, Robert? You just like drive different stuff? Yeah, Rig Pig, I caught it. That's the water. Larice Juice is in the house. Another lady in the house saying hello. Thank you, Larice, for coming in. Appreciate you. Like done, my friend. Thank you. See, ladies, we support each other quick. Just saying. Old Snapper says, I have to ride, but I'm listening. Okay, cool. No worries, Old Snapper. Be safe. You can listen. Oh, so let me talk. That reminds me. I'm toying around with the podcast feature on YouTube. And so it says you have to build a playlist. So I did that. So what I'm going to do with that, because I'm considering this as like my podcast type scenario. So I think you have to add all the lives over into the podcast category as a playlist. So I haven't finished all the steps yet, but that's coming up. I'm beta testing it because I don't know like what value it is and why should I do it and how does it work. Okay. So I'm working on that part of it. But so I'll be starting to add lives to that playlist that will be under the podcast category. I don't know why it has to be different, but that's what I'm working on. I'm hoping Sterling will work on that with me a little bit so I can understand it. T-Bone says, I can attest to the fact that this community does amazing things when needed. Yes, and that's why I'm coming to you with this request for a love gift for Wheelburner and his family, because he would never ask you, and he will put his foot in my butt when he finds out that I am asking. And because it's not his idea, it was mine. But I know that 10 weeks, if any of us had 10 weeks off, everybody needs some help getting through that. Not to mention, this wild man, has to settle down and act like an old man for 10 weeks. So he's probably going to be a little stir crazy. But on top of that, the financial stress, I wouldn't want it. And so I will probably ask on another show again, or something. I'm sure I will, but I'd like to get something, done today. We've already got $250 raised. So I would ask anybody that could, even if it's just a couple dollars, because it makes more in Canadian money. Okay. So even if you just have a little bit, add it to the pot, because it makes more money. Like, they will get more of a blessing for our American dollars. Scott says, yes, I have a dispatcher. I've had the same dispatcher for 2.5 years. Okay, cool. Scott says, rarely do I pull any broker freight. Okay, that's cool. I've heard of Freight Miller, or I've seen him on the road. I don't think I see him too much. Sometimes it's just like everything goes by in a blur because I'm just so after it. I'm so after it. I love what I do, man. I love the hustle of this whole thing. I love it. I love the business. It's been great. And it's like, it reminds me of that saying, like, how can you call it work if you love what you do? That makes me a workaholic. I try to behave, man, but I'm wild. Like, T-Bone says, Rig Pig, not since they started routing the water directly from the lake. T-Bone lives in Michigan with me. Not with me. No. He lives on this side of Michigan, and I live on this side of Michigan. Does that make sense? I don't want to start any rumors, T-Bone. Robert says, I just like to watch and soak in your loving, lovely spirit. Awesome. Thank you. I really want to, and that's the reason that I really try to do this live, is because I think putting as much negative energy is in the universe right now, and it's spreading like a disease, and negative energy is everywhere on your media. I'm a fighter, right? So I'm trying to fight the wicked, dark forces of evil with joy, love, and happiness. And I am trying to be a positive energy in this mass hysteria world that's going on. And something real, right? Like, I'm real. I want to be real. I want to be truthful. I want to just be like, you see what you get. Like, this is me. I'm nothing spectacular, superstar. The coolest thing I can say, that my little niche on my channel, is that I am a female owner operator. Thank you, Jeffrey Lake, and business partner to Jeffrey Lake. And I am signed on to Like Trucking. I have a brand new truck. I am working with Like Trucking, and I am on the spot market, and I run my own business, dispatch my own truck. I do absolutely everything to keep myself working and manage my own business. And I'm a part of a fantastic team as well at Like Trucking. And that's my niche. Like, I don't think there's too many females running on spot market exclusively. So that's about as interesting thing that I can say about this situation and this journey. And I've been doing videos for about 3 years now, and you can see where I've come from, right? And now I'm here, and it's just getting better all the time. And so I just want to give you some positive energy, you guys. And I hope I can make you laugh, and I hope I can make you smile. And like I said, Sunday is the beginning of the week. So I'm trying to give you some good spiritual love and food and mental thoughts to start your brand new week off fresh with something happy and positive. Because as much as negative energy can infect this world, light pierces darkness. So the more you spread love and joy, the more contagious it is, and we can turn this whole boat around. Okay? So I just decided that that's about the best thing I got about me to offer is all that. Woo! All my woo woo. and you get to laugh at my mistakes. It's okay with me. Yeah. So that's kind of what this channel's about. Either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. What can I do? I'm going to keep putting out content. I'm going to keep trying to put a smile on your face. Gary says, lighting it up with your flint. Gary, I could tell you some stories. Chief Freight Hauler channel members in the house. Finally, Chief Freight Hauler, where you been? I know you've been working. I think he works as hard as I do. D.O. is in the house. Ice cream fund. Thank you, D.O., for the ice cream fund. But today, the funds are being donated to the Wheelburner family. He's had a major surgery. He's going to be down for 10 weeks. And if that's okay with you, if you don't want that, if you want that money to really go to ice cream for me, then I will do so. But I put out a call to action. We're trying to build a love gift for the Wheelburner family today. So I had said in the beginning that any donations would be donated to that fund. So that's kind of what's going on. But if you want me to have some ice cream that bad, I will honor your request. For any of you that don't know, I am Ben & Jerry's is my kryptonite, okay? Oh my gosh, that's what I wanted to tell you. I went to New Hampshire, and I think it was New Hampshire or Vermont. One of those little states up there. The Ben & Jerry's ice cream factory is up there, and they have factory tours. Do you know how bad I wanted to freaking stop that truck right there? It's on my bucket list now because I seen it. It said factory tours daily in a big Ben & Jerry's sign. I almost lost it. I was like, oh my gosh. Lobster is on the bucket list and the Ben & Jerry's factory tour. Seriously, if I would have had more time, maybe this next one, like I said, maybe I'll catch that route again and I'll get back up there. And maybe I can take like a 34 before I book anything else. If I can behave myself. And I'll go do that. That would be awesome content, wouldn't it? Ben & Jerry's factory. Thank you, D.O., for the $4.99 super chat for the ice cream fund. I appreciate you. Scott says, I would be lost if I had to run off the load boards. Y'all that run off the load boards, my hat is off to you. That is a serious PETA. It's wild. Yeah, thank God I'm an adventurer because I take it on like I love a challenge, right? So I love it. I love it. As a matter of fact, all the drivers that like trucking run off the spot market. We all do it. And so it's a great team for me. And I couldn't ask for a better mentor and teacher and business partner. So they got my back, but they let me do my thing. But if I ever need help or I get stuck, I've got an awesome support system to help me out. So yeah. Dio says, do whatever brings you joy and happiness. Thank you, Dio. Ice cream is one of those things. Chief Freight Hauler says, just had Sunday lunch at my parents'. I'm stuffed now, but about to hit the road. Got a 6-drop nursery load tonight. Oh, you're gonna work off those calories, Chief Freight Hauler. Don't worry. What did you eat? I have to ask because I have to know about the food. Dan Rumble says, Haagen-Dazs is far superior. It is very good. It is very good. I do think it's better ice cream. But you can't beat the freaking concoctions of flavors that Ben & Jerry puts together. I swear. It's so much fun. Robert says, get on contract. My prediction, the spot market will go to blankety blank next year. I've been doing this job 37 years and predicted everything that has happened here, and it's coming there too. Okay, Robert. We're working on some different things, you know, maybe some plan B's, maybe some just in cases. But right now I'm successful. But I promise you guys I am, and I constantly work on my relationships, my business relationships, because there may be a day when I want to pull that card. Right now, I absolutely love going everywhere and just going where I want to go, like anytime. I love picking from the buffet table, right? And I've got great broker relationships now. So I'm sitting in a pretty nice spot. I don't know what it's going to be like trying to get out of Reno, though. Like, stay tuned for that. But yeah, you know, we got stuff going on at Lake Trucking, and we're working on stuff. We're actually growing. Like, we're just got a bunch of new drivers. Like, when the rest of the world is burning down, we're growing, and that is super positive. I'm super excited to be here with these guys, and I'm super excited for this brand new truck. It's absolutely wonderful to live in. Very comfortable. You know, I'm very blessed. And so, of course, I want to share it with you. Of course, I hope you can be happy that I'm kicking butt out here. I'm trying to. I do go through struggles. I do share those with you guys, you know, and whatnots. Cheap Ray Holler says, Mama made kick butt meatloaf. Oh, I know your belly's full. That sounds so good. So I could make that for myself in here. I have the stuff. That's a thought now, because you got me thinking about meatloaf. I haven't had meatloaf in a long time. The last meatloaf I had was at the Pilot, and it was Pilot meatloaf, which isn't necessarily the worst tasting meatloaf. I just don't know what's in it. So I'm scared of truck stop food for good reason. Cheap Freight Hauler says running spot is not for everyone, but if you are good with finances, spot is better than contract freight. Just my opinion. Yeah. And I'm getting better. Every month that I've been here, I've been getting my finances in a better and better and better and better and better situation. And God, next year's going to be great. I'm just saying. I'll share that stuff maybe in the members only, but yeah, I could tell more about like where I'm at financially, but I've been doing nothing but working on every facet of my life like that. So, because I one day want to grow my business too, right? Scott says Perry, Oklahoma is home to Ditch Witch. It doesn't hurt to see if they can load you. Remember, drive-in is versatile. Yeah, that's what I love about it. I do food. I do like whatever. You want to know the best part about this load? Let me tell you guys this. This is the kicker. So I probably got the front quarter of the trailer with a couple pallets on the ground. It's only 5,000 pounds. Yeah. All the way across the country, 5,000 pounds. Are you kidding me? I love this load. It's been like the easy. It's like I'm driving out here empty almost. Gary Bates says, I am waiting for Ben and Jerry to make a Dorito A1 steak sauce flavor to come out. Hey, I'm sure if you let them know, like they'll do it. I heard that they like take suggestions. Cheap Ray Holler says, I run a nursery contract February through June, and then from mid-August to October, that's my work time. And then I run spot the rest of the year. That's my vacation time. That's super cool. I've heard about those nursery things. Someone told me about that, and I thought it sounded pretty cool. But I also know that it's contains some hard work sometimes, right? Some physical work, which I'm not opposed to. I get physical. I jump up there. Like, I can climb all over my truck. I'm physically able to do that. So I try to stay in shape for the most part, you know. I've been lifting some weights lately, trying to, you know, make sure I stay in shape. So I'm not afraid of that stuff. But it's just like, I don't know. I might try it one time if I can ever get on over there for a minute. But I've seen some videos of somebody that does do it, and it was like, that's a lot of stuff. That'll kick your butt right into shape. Probably better for the guys to do it, but it's not like I'd be afraid to try it. Tyke Truckin' says Meatloaf, Bad Out of Hell. Great album. Dan's laughing. Big Pig says, don't let her meatloaf. Yeah. So I got a light load. And I get to drive fast, right? I'm getting to the point where I'll be able to go faster the farther west I get. So that's super fun. Chief Ray Holler says, I get more out of workout with my nursery van than I do with the flatbed. Oh yeah, that's what I think. According to what I saw. And I'm like, you know, some days I'm just like, just happy with my little weights in my truck and doing my workouts at my leisure. Me and Dee Dee walk a lot, you know. I love to run. I love to drive. I love to hit miles and miles and miles. And then sometimes I love not to. So, yeah. It's all good, man. I'm having a good time. And I'm glad that you got that, because I think you're probably doing very well in a market that is a little wonky. You know, we're all trying to stay safe and stay in business, right? And the last thing we need is medical issues. So if you just got here, I'm trying to raise funds for Wheelburner and his family, because he's lost his eyesight in his right eye, and he had to get emergency surgery. He's out of work for the next 10 weeks. I'm trying to pull together a love gift to send them. Okay? On 8-track Scott, for real? Can you drop a link? Yeah. Just make sure it's not naughty. Let me put the link to Wheelburners PayPal up here again. I gotta find it because Sterling posted it earlier. I'm so glad Big Rick CEO came in here. I haven't seen him in a long time. Jeez, where the heck is it? There it is. This one right here. If you'd like to send a gift directly to Wheelburner Express and you have PayPal, you can do it direct right there. If you just have Cash App, they are in Canada. They do not have Cash App. So you can send it to my Cash App, which is just scrolling across the screen right there, please. And it will be put with the other donations that have been sent there. And I will send him that gift through PayPal myself. So far, we have $250. Let me double check. I haven't checked it in a little bit. Oh, no, because we have that one right there from Scott. Okay, so we have Oh my gosh. No, the 2 more came in. Okay. I don't know your names versus your YouTube thing, but 2 more guys just also sent in $100 each. Thanks, guys. I don't want to say your real names on camera in case you don't want to be known like that. So we've got 3 $100 donations and 3 $100 donations, 4 with the super chat, and then 25. So far we're up to $425. Thank you, guys. We are going to send that amount to Wheelburner. He's totally going to cuss me out for even asking because he has no idea. And I can't believe he's not in here because they usually come in my chat. And I was already ready to get him saying something. But they are my friends and they are our friends. And they have, oh, thank you, Gasman. Okay. Jason sent $100. And then someone else that starts with a P. I'm not going to say it unless you want me to say it. What is that link to? Okay, it's a nursery delivery from the spring. Okay, let's see. Hold on, I'm trying technology. Share, can we do this? Hang on, guys. Trying something. Oh, you can see that. Okay, let's try this link. Hang on. I can't click on it. Can I copy it? No. I'm try to. Well, I was going to try to click on it so we could see it. Cheap Freight Hauler. Toga says, Cheap Freight Hauler, I'm your 46th subscriber. Okay, so let me say this. Let's do this. I'm going to stop presenting because I thought I could click on that link and we could show it to everybody, but go over to Cheap Freight Hauler's channel and check out that nursery delivery from this spring that he shows on there. I'm going to check it out later. Scott, what are you doing with an 8-track still? For real? Do you even have a player? Robert says, we never did spot over here, only contract out, spot back. Yeah, that's what people do here, Robert. We had guys who tried to run spot. Rubbish here, but our country ain't as big as yours. Over in Europe, too many customs and language barriers. Okay. Yeah, I think it's pretty organized over here, you know? There's a system to doing it. And we have technology, which helps us out greatly, right? Cheap Freight Hauler says, thanks, Toga. Dan says, have a good night, everyone. I got to make a laundromat run. I did it the other day. Scott says, okay, Dan, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Scott says, had an 8-track in 78. I mean, yeah, then, but Do you still have it is the question. All right, guys. So we got 2 hours and 25 minutes. We've raised almost $500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, 50. We have 450. We put together 450. Okay. So I hope some people sent something straight to Wheelburner, but we've got 450 in the Cash App. Okay. And so I will get that shot over tonight, and I'm sure you will see Wheelburner get on his channel with a reaction and tell me that I'm a little stinker or thank us all or whatever. But again, he did not ask me to do this. This is totally my idea because they've been on my heart, and I know that 10 weeks is a long damn time to be without money. So I will be asking again at a later date. But for now, I think I appreciate you guys. And thanks for participating, and thanks for going deep and making a sacrifice for a brother who's going through it right now, and a father and a husband and a friend who's given a lot to our trucking community. And the least I could do is try to get us all together and try to give them a love gift, you know? So every little bit makes a lot. And I thought, well, maybe we can put a few dollars here, a few dollars there, and then, you know, and then it multiplies in Canada because our money's worth more, right? So it will give them over $500. So, and that's not including if somebody sent them something directly through PayPal, right? Oh, there he is. Oh, he caught me. I was trying to go offline before he got in here. Truckers Education Network says getting another contractor coming back because his contract gig was taken away. So he is coming back to the family this week, Shannon. Yay. I'm saving Wheelburners for last. Jeff says contract freight is only as good as it lasts. I absolutely love my business partner. Jeff, I love you and the missus so much. Like, I thank God every day that I'm here with you and we're business partners, and I'm just so happy. And I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you both. I think about you every day. So I just want you to know that. Everybody go subscribe to Truckers Education Network channel. I swear. And Snorlord. Snorlord, in case you didn't know, is my safety manager. Okay, guys? Wheelburner Express is in the house. He says, you have $575. I just woke up from my nap and my phone was dinging. There was $150 in my PayPal. What the hell are you doing, woman? Oh, nothing. Wheelburner, would you like to come on camera for a second? Or are you like too sleepy or whatever? Did you hear us say how much we had? I'm waiting for you to answer. I try to sneak. Look, I tried to close it down before Wheelburner was going to come in here. Wheelburner says, thank you, Shannon, and everyone that threw in the pot. This is overwhelming. Well, it's not as much as I hoped, but, you know, it's definitely the least I have no clothes on. Give me a second or two. Yeah, Truckers Education says helping out our Canadian and brothers and sisters. And so, yeah, we pulled together a little bit, and every little bit helps, right? And so I'll probably ask again in a couple weeks. So maybe for those of you that cannot contribute now, maybe plan to put some in on the next one. I'll probably just do 2. I don't want to tick everybody off or whatever, but I know we can do better. But I also know that it's a last minute thing and I just come out of nowhere with it. So if it's something that maybe you can plan to help out with, I'm going to ask you to plan it for next week or whenever you get paid. See if you can help out some more. Okay. Wheelburner Express says, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Wheelburner. Like, you've given so much to this community. And that's the thing. Like, I'm just trying to pull something together because Wheelburner has given a lot to the community, you know, for years now. And we always talk about trying to help each other and be there for each other when somebody's going through something. And, you know, matter of fact, Wheelburners taught that a lot. And so he would never ask, and he didn't ask me to do this. And I'm going to get a boot in my butt for even doing it, trying to do it behind his back. But it's been on my heart to do it. And, oh, Dee. And so, yeah, I'm an action taker. And I just thought, well, if I don't ask, can't get nothing done, right? Truckers Education Network says it is Sunday and all of us Jesus people said amen. Linky. Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me figure this out. Copy. So thank you to who also ever sent that right to Wheelburner. That was very generous. Thank you so much. I'm putting it up, Wheelburner. Relax. Okay, there it is. Robert says, why do I drive a truck? It's part of my religion. I serve my countrymen on the road, even if you're not calling me that. Robert, I know that's probably slang over there, but over here it's a bad word. Ara and Elo's vlog is in the house. Thumbs up done. Thank you so much, Ara and Elo's vlog. Welcome. We're having a fundraiser for a friend today who's about to come in here. If my link works. My link work? Wheelburner? Oh, here. Okay, he's coming. Here we go. Hey!
Hey,
What's happening?
size 13 foot in your ass, woman. What are you doing?
I knew I was gonna get in trouble. Hold on. How do you get this off the screen? How do you get the names off the screen so they can see our names?
Just double click on anybody else's name.
Okay, there. Okay, we have the Wheelburner, the guest of honor, in the house finally.
Thank you.
You're
Before
welcome.
anything else, I just wanted to say, I woke up because my phone was dinging. People were like, "Hey, dummy." But I got one in the PayPal. It's from Nobody. My name is Nobody. Appreciate that was who donated. He donated straight, or he sent straight to our PayPal. So
Okay,
and,
did you hear the rundown? I said it right before, like you busted.
No, I didn't hear. I don't even know what you got. I knew what you got. I don't know who or anything like that.
Okay, so one person's name I'm not saying because I don't know if they want me to say it. I don't know who it is. So I'm going to respect their privacy at the moment. Hang on, let me get to my chat. Okay, so that one person, I'll say his name starts with a P, and that's all I'm going to refer to him as, sent $100 gift.
Wow.
And Jason, who is bear with me, I'm sorry. Jason, who is Gas Man. Okay, the Gas Man.
Okay.
You've probably seen him in everywhere.
I've seen Gas Man.
He sent $100 also. Mr. Jeffrey sent $100.
Jeff did?
And yes, Jeff did. And it's me. I don't know who that is on YouTube, but they sent $25, and Kelly Patterson sent $25. And then Scott Rolla sent $100 super chat. So that brings it to $450 on this side.
And I guess nobody sent 100 because when it went into my PayPal, it converted out to 129 something. So that's probably about 100 US. So because it would have gave me 128 bucks Canadian.
Well, that's what I was telling them. Robin was on here earlier and helping me figure it out, like
Yeah.
convert. And so that's what they've donated American money. So it will be well over $500 when it comes to Canadian money.
Yeah,
when I send
if
it to
it's
you.
500, it's going to be close to, it's almost 30 cents in the dollar. So on $500, that's add another 150. So you're probably at about 650 bucks, $675 after a Canadian. That's pretty gracious, Shannon.
Yeah, it comes out without the change, it comes out to about $585 according to my calculation.
Crap.
So that's almost $600, and then you got 150 in your PayPal, right?
Yeah.
So that's $750. Yeah, about that we were able to raise. So it is a love gift from us to you, and you give so much to this community, and we love you, and we care about you, and so
my lovely life. My Dara has no idea, but Dara's at work right now, so she's gonna have to. I sent her a message quickly, but I know she can't read it while she's at work. So,
yeah, I'm kind of glad you weren't around until now, because I was like, if he comes in here, he's gonna choke me.
Well, I'm a little over. Very rarely will you catch me, short of words, at a loss for words. But like this is, thank you. That's all I can say to you. I don't know. I love you, Shannon. I've told you before how much I love you, and we love you, and we appreciate everything that you do. And this is very overwhelming, and it's very touching, and I'm very touched, and I appreciate it because, it's $600 or $700, and that'll go a long way. That will go a long way.
I wish it was 7,000, but I'm gonna keep asking.
I wouldn't give a shit if it was $7. If it was $7, I wouldn't care. It's people being gracious, and that's part of our community. And I can't thank our community enough. And that's why we do. Like I've been part of doing things like this before, and that's why we do it. Right? You never know that. None of us are 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Eventually, we're all gonna. Well, I hope you don't, but eventually, sometimes some of us fall, and it's just, I don't know. My mouth ain't working. I'm overwhelmed, and
we love you.
Thank you
and
very much.
I love
you too.
Because you guys have cared about all of us, and you have brought so much to the community over the years, and it is literally the least we can do. And I just thought that maybe a little, whatever I could raise or help raise today would be something to help. I know it doesn't pay your bills for 10 weeks, but maybe we can do more. But I knew a little something would just let you know we love you, and we're going through this with you.
The dollars are nice, and yes, they help, but I'm more touched just by the fact that people, enough people care to throw a couple of dollars. That's That's phenomenal. That's
I know.
really
Because I was very clear on telling everybody, like, he did not ask me to do this. He does not know that I'm doing this. He would kick my butt if he knew I was doing this, and he would never ask if he needed anything. So I'm
you're lucky
asking for
you're
my
lucky
friend.
I catch you sooner. You're lucky I did not catch you sooner because, but
You
I
can
don't.
watch the replay.
Oh, I am gonna. Well, now I got to go back and watch the replay, right? So this is I got nothing. You've actually made. I'm speechless. You're the first person in 10 years to shut me up. Atta girl. You got it.
I like to do great things, brother. You know it.
You nailed this one. You nailed this one. I love you very much. Thank you.
So yeah, and I love you, and I love your family, and I know everybody's trying to chip in,
Yeah.
But it's we've raised money for charity together before, right?
Yeah.
And you do not have a greedy bone in your body, and you have a very generous and genuine heart. So I'm like, you know what? It's time that some of that comes back to him, because
Thank you.
plant good seeds, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And everybody that's watching, if you threw money in, thank you. And if you didn't, that's fine. Please don't. If there's a freaking fuck.
Wait till you get your paycheck and then do it on Friday. All right, you guys?
No.
Say.
Please. You know what? This is more than enough. Shannon, this is more than enough. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being you.
I'm turning red, and I'm trying to. I'm getting. You can tell I'm choked here. I'm trying not. I'm not going to cry or nothing, but it's like fuck, man.
I'm gonna put that in the I'm gonna put that in the title. I made Wheelburner cry.
No, you.
I'm not.
No, you didn't.
Teasing.
There's no tears.
I'm teasing.
You're
Yeah.
awesome.
So much love, and those of us that pray are praying for you and your family.
Thanks.
Truckers Education Network says, let's make it 500 American US. Shannon, was the total 450? Yes, Mr. Like, the total was 450 on my end. Okay. And he said he received 150 in his PayPal, where somebody sent directly 150.
I said I got 100 American in my PayPal, which converted to $128.30 Canadian. So I got 100 American in my PayPal.
And that was who'd you say that was again?
That was from My Name Is Nobody. Very gracious.
My Name Is Nobody. Thank you.
Nobody.
My Name Is Nobody for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So yes, sir, Jeff, that was 450 on this end over here. Chief Freight Hauler says there's no tears, just eye sweat.
It's drip. I can't cry out of this eye even if I wanted to. So
Mr. Like is up to something over there. I can feel it. What did he do? What did he do?
Jeff, that's enough. I appreciate what you've done, and I appreciate what Shannon's doing. And
yes, Mr. Like capped it off with another $50 to make it 500 even.
Very gracious, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Jeff.
That. Appreciate that. You're a good man.
So, he is a very good man, and
he
has
is.
a beautiful wife. She's very wonderful, and they also have a very beautiful and wonderful family.
Yeah.
And they love people like I do. And so we make a good team. And thank you, Jeff. That was pretty awesome. So yeah. I want you to call your wife, and because I've been on here almost 3 hours, and I'm supposed to be going to sleep because I have to drive tonight. So yeah, like that I'm on third shifts. Okay. So I'm going to Reno, Nevada.
Good girl. Have fun.
Yeah.
Is it a quick turn? Are you going there, offload, reload, and you're going back, or is it?
No, okay, so I went to Maine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I picked up I delivered that morning, had to deadhead down to New Hampshire to get this load. Brian, it's 5,000 pounds from New Hampshire to Reno, Nevada.
Oh, wow. That's like a 10 mile per gallon trip.
It's what?
10 mile per gallon trip. That's at least a 9.5 mile per gallon, at least in my truck. You know,
it's like a joyride, right? So I was
Yeah,
like, heck yeah, I'll go deadhead to get that.
you're
So
making money on your fuel.
yeah, so I'm just I'm slingshotting back, and then
Good.
I'm gonna try to pop up there to Colorado from Reno and grab that Colorado load to take me back again because I missed out on my lobster.
Well, go get it. Go get it. Yeah. Atta girl.
Yeah, so yes, we're gonna end this. I'm gonna do this
Okay.
with my friend Wheelburner. Let's end it, and thank you for everybody for the love gift we were able to gather. We got an even $500, and then he's got another 100 into his PayPal. If you're watching this on the replay, the addresses are in this stream, and just send something if you can. He's gonna tell you not to, but I'm gonna tell you like we can keep going. 10 weeks is a long time to not be able to drive, not to mention the nerve wracking because you have to live like an old man for 10 weeks and barely do anything.
This has only been 6 days and I'm already ready to blow my brains out.
Well, I think, we're all here for you. And if we need to entertain you or you need to do an extensive amount of talking lives or podcasts, like we're going to be there for you. Okay.
If you got an upper bunk, I just come hang out with you. Dara will be happy to get rid of me in another week. Right?
Oh, heck
so
yeah.
If you had an upper bunk, I just come hang out. You can do all the talk to you.
You know I do. I got they're extra big too. I got room. I'm just saying.
Well, you've got a lot of stuff up there, but.
Well, I'll move it. Like, I mean, if you don't come, maybe Dar wants to take off and get out of your hair. She wants to come with me. It doesn't matter.
Right
I'll
on.
meet you in Detroit, bro. Like, it'll happen.
Cool.
So,
all right.
We can, no, because we can't bounce you around.
No, I can't.
It'll happen again.
I can't go over mountains. I can't go above. I can't go above sea level.
You can't take a poop.
No.
No.
Well, I can, but.
I mean.
Yeah.
I
can't do nothing.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, you have to live like an old man. And I meant being fragile and taking care of yourself because we can't. Because if you get in this truck, it's gonna be like the Cannonball Run, And so we have to be careful with you right now.
No, I'm too. I never thought I'd say this to somebody, but I'm too old and fragile to go trucking right now.
I know,
that
right?
Sucks.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All right. You know what? Hopefully I'll be back. 10 weeks. It'll be 8 weeks. Within 8 weeks, I will know the full extent of the recovery, how much of the vision comes back, how much where I stand. I will know in 8 weeks, and after 10 weeks, we'll know like, is my driving career done, or am I able to, carry on?
Yeah.
We'll know.
We're praying for a speedy recovery, full vision, full everything. And Chief Holler wants to know why I'm running nights. I'm running nights because I don't want to hit traffic whatsoever. I'm kind of under a time frame pressure, so I don't want any static. So I'm running the midnight runs.
Thank you, Robert.
Robert says, "Cry, you soft boy. Love you, brother." Crying here. Aw.
Robert's been with me for years.
Yeah, he says, "I'm as soft as shit at heart." We know, Robert.
I know.
We know. We like to let you think that you're tough. That's all, because we love you.
You got it.
Tolga says, perfect definition ever, sir, he says. Jeff says, in America, you can get a waiver and drive with only vision in one eye.
You can in Ontario. We're not sure yet. You can't drive with one eye. You have to have more than 30% in this eye. So as long as in Canada, you're legally blind if you've got less than 30%. So if I've got 30% or over, then I can work out something like what Jeff was saying and drive with one eye. But that's hard to do with one eye because you got no depth perception at all. Right?
Yeah, I remember you were talking about it. If you guys if you didn't hear his announcement on his channel, that video is up for you to go over there and see. So he explains the whole thing. I gave you like a brief synopsis, but you can go over to Wheelburners channel and watch his full explanation about it. It was your last live, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
that yesterday.
Jeff, I just haven't checked it out yet. I'll be honest with you. I've just been home and I haven't really done a whole lot in that. You know, checking. I'm almost too scared to look, but I know I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get my ass in gear and start picking up the phone and get online and start checking out my options. So, I will find out. If I can drive, I'll drive. You know me,
Well,
and if I can drive, I'll drive. I've driven with broken arms, broken legs, shoulders dislocated, blood clots in my lungs, in my legs. I've driven through worse than this, but this is your eyes, right? This is a whole different ballgame when it's your
yeah.
eyeball. So,
We're gonna pray for full recovery. Okay.
yeah,
Get
dude.
all that other stuff. I want you to be fully at least 90%.
You got it.
So we can just get you back all together and we'll move on from this storm right now. Okay? That's what
Perfect.
I'm saying.
Again, thanks, and love you.
I love you too. And tell Dar that we love her and
Well,
and we all love you guys. So I'm out of here. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm way too pumped up and excited I got to calm myself down and go to sleep. I got to drive at like midnight. So
get to bed.
So yeah, I will. And we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay, later. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you,
Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the donations. Appreciate you guys so much. And I know Wheelburner does too. So, and Dar does too. He hasn't told her yet. Tolga, Wheelburner, this is for you. He says, you're going to be completely well soon, sir. No worries. I agree with that, Tolga, completely. In the name of Jesus today, I'm going to speak it over his life. And we're going to claim it. And so you guys are the best. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for hitting the like. Thanks for the donations. I appreciate it. I'm going to send that to his PayPal and get that done. And I got to go to sleep. So have a great week. I hope you soaked in a whole bunch of positive energy from this live today that will kick you off on a new week kickoff, and you start the week in a positive way and have positive thoughts. So I love you guys. You're the best. And I'm going to end it with that. And until the next one.